Alright, welcome back to another video. I'll be going over fair value gaps and liquidity. The most simplest ass simple ass. That's all I gotta say. Alright, so fair value gap. What is a fucking fair value gap? It's a fucking gap, bro. Like, this shit is a gap, okay? It's a gap in price, honestly. So I did an example here of a bullish candle. So it's just like when price goes up and when price goes down. Now a gap is when, well, obviously I don't know how else to explain it. It's a fucking gap, right? In these three candles, you get three candles. Sometimes it'll look fucking jagged and shit. If there's a gap, there's a way. So you would mark out a fair value gap from the middle. So you'll see three candles go 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And every time, most of the time on the third candle, all right, there's a gap, okay? Sometimes not even on the third candle. There's like multiple gaps, right? But I'll get onto how you trade fair value gaps. Anyways, you would mark out a fair value gap from the first candle of the wick here. See, I just marked it along that wick there, up to the third candle's wick there. You drag that out, and that is a fair value gap, just like that. Okay, that's a fair value gap. That's when price is going up, okay? And price going down, same thing, all right? There's a gap here. In between these two candles here, the first and the third one, the middle candle, you can see there's like I don't know how else to explain it. Like, it's fucking simple as. It's not that hard. There's a gap, right? I don't know how else to explain it. Like, the fucking gap right there, bro. Like, I don't know. Some people think this shit's hard. Like, nah, bro. I think you're just not trying. Well, I think you're just dumb. I don't know. But like here, okay. Now this is not a fair value gap, okay. There's wicks. See these wicks here? They're colliding. There's no gap in between to draw out. See, oh, we're gonna draw out a gap here. Oh no, you can't because the freaking wicks are in the way. See these wicks here of these candles? They're not in the way. There's a gap there. I don't know. This shit's fucking easy as. So I don't know how else to explain a fair value gap. Now I'll just show you an example of a fair value gap on price. Fuck, I already see tons. Holy crap. Sometimes it'll look weird, right? But if there's a gap, there's a way. So you see this? 1 candle, 2 candle, 3 candle. What's in between them? A freaking gap. Not that fucking hard. Click from there to there. Drag that bitch out. What is that? A fucking bearish fair value gap. Why is it a bearish fair value gap? Because it's price going down. Now my colors are different, but black is just red, so it's just like price going down, and white or grayish white, whatever, is when price is going up. Okay, so don't be confused like that. So, don't be confused from that. So yeah, so you draw that gap, right? Drag that bitch out. Drag that bitch out. What do you see? Again, you see price come down, come back up. Where? Into that fucking gap. What are you expecting price to do? Fucking to shoot fucking down. Right, what's it do here? Goes up a little bit to be a little bitch, but then goes fucking down. Starts chopping up. Why is it chopping up? Because it's fucking shit price action. Okay, so that's a fair value gap, right? I'm just gonna draw this out. Alright, I'm on the 1 hour, so that's good. So there's a gap here. Bing bang bling. See, it can look weird, right? See how this is a bearish candle here, and then right after that there's like a green candle, the bullish candle here, and then another bullish candle here. If there's a gap, draw it out. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to look like three greens and 3 reds. Like, see this here? That's a gap right there. Right there. Another gap. I'll make this black just so. All right, not that hard. All right, fair value gaps. It's just fucking gaps, okay? I don't know how else to tell you. Shit's so easy. It's like the easiest thing to freaking teach. The gap there. Now, there's one thing. Now, with gaps, you don't really need to draw out every single gap. And I'll get onto like why that is when I get onto liquidity. Because then you'll be drawing out this shit like, bruh. Like, you can draw that out because the price did reach into it. But you can draw that out, but then you'll be like, oh, but there's a freaking small ass gap over here. Oh, fair value gap. No, you motherfucker. Holy shit, you guys are dumb. If you think that, you're freaking, I don't know. You're not from this freaking planet. Anyways, got another gap here. Now, sometimes price doesn't go to these gaps. Why? I'll get onto that with liquidity. Why that doesn't. There's one thing, like a lot of ICT traders, so what I'm teaching is ICT, right? That's what TJR teaches, PB trading, and all these other traders that trade ICT, like these really big traders. Now, but ICT gets a lot of hate because like ICT gets a lot of hate from other strategies out there, like trend lines and all that, because They all think we enter off every freaking gap we see in the market. No, the frick we don't. We don't enter off this bullshit. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? That's why, like, look, they think the people that hate ICT think we enter off every freaking gap and we draw out every single gap like this. This is what they think we're doing, right? Now this one's valid. This gap here is valid, but these these three here are not valid. Now, I just wanted to clear that up. But anyways, a gap is a gap. You see a freaking gap, draw that bitch out. All right, that's a fair value gap. Easy as. All right, now delete it. What do these gaps do? Huh? What do they do? Fucking simple as fuck. What do? They're used as like trampolines. They're used as support. See, look, price comes up, made a gap, come back down into the gap. What's it do? Fucking shoots up. Oh, another fucking gap. Oh, it comes back into it. So on. You know, it's just like baby food, bro. It's just so easy. I don't know. People be like, oh, it's gambling. Oh, gamble. Oh, fuck. I think you're just weird. Anyways, that's a gap. All right, moving on to draw on liquidity. No, not drawing. Just moving on to liquidity. What is liquidity? Okay, liquidity is literally just. Let me just show this out real quick. Liquidity is literally just highs and lows. Literally. All right, what's a high? This is a low. This shit is so simple. Oh my days. Low. Oh, what's this? A high. What's this? A low. What's this? A higher high. Why is it called a higher high? Because it's higher than that motherfucking high. Okay, not that fucking hard. Okay, look, another freaking low. So on, so forth. You know what I'm saying? See, this shit is not hard, bro. Like, bro. All right, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. Okay, that's literally what liquidity is. Now, when I'm drawing out liquidity, I'm just drawing out highs and lows. That's it. So in this case, since we're bullish, I'm not drawing. I don't really have to draw out these highs. See, I like to draw out these highs here. I just draw out the highs and lows. All right, that's liquidity. Okay, but in this case, since we're going up, what I would draw is the lows. Okay, I'm just drawing out lows. This is liquidity. That's it. Okay, since it's going up, why do I draw out the lows? Why? It's because eventually these lows have to be taken out. Okay, so eventually price will do something. Let's just go like does this push. All right, price will eventually take out these lows. Now you can use liquidity as targets for your take profit. If you've watched my reels and you see that I'm targeting something, I'm either targeting a fair value gap that hasn't been hit yet, or I'm targeting liquidity, which is just highs and lows, right? Now I'll show an example here. All right, I'll just draw it out. Ready? See, like, don't be so overwhelmed by the jaggedness of this market, right? Go on the line chart. All right, and then just draw out the lows. It's a low there. I know it looks freaking weird right now. Actually, that's a freaking trash example right there. All right, just draw out the lows. That's a low. That's a low. That's a low. All right, go back on the chart. Boom. You can see price a low here. I usually like to mark out the wicks of him, not the candle, but go to the wick there, wick there, wick there. And you can see eventually price comes back down. It's literally what I just drew here. Okay, oh shit, that looks like shit. All right, that's what liquidity is. All right, and liquidity is highs as well. So price is going down. I know that looks jaggery and shit, but it's like preschool shit. All right, you would mark out the high. Hold on, let me just draw this out real quick. Like, I know some people don't really understand. All right, this is high. That's a high. Okay, that's a low. Okay, that's a high. And what's this? That's a motherfucking lower low. A lower low. Why? Because it's lower than that low. Okay, and you go high. So simple. Draw this out. Okay, like draw it out if you don't understand it or some shit. Write it in your book. Like journal this shit. All right. Low, high, low, high. Okay, now when that happens, I would just mark out the highs, obviously, that it created. Because eventually, price will come up and take them. Take them out, right? Alright, so do some bullshit like that, and all of a sudden, attack those highs. If you're overwhelmed, go to the line chart if you want. You don't have to. You can just draw out the highs here. I'll just do it now. Look at that. It attacked all these highs. People be saying this shit is gambling. Gambling. What the fuck? This is gambling? You think this is gambling? Like, what the fuck? This shit, like, I don't know. That shit pisses me off when niggas be like, that this shit's gambling. You know what is gambling? Crypto and meme coins. Crypto and meme coins are gambling. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked because I'm so, I don't know, I just get pissed off when people think this is gambling. It's literally baby food, bro. This shit is so... Well, that's it on fair value gaps and liquidity. I don't know. If you can't understand that, I don't know. Like, shit. Try something else. Like, this profession might not be for you, but that shit was easy as. I don't know how long this video was, but shit, that's fair value gaps and liquidity. Catch you guys in the next one.